Hello my dear YouTube friends, and welcome again to my channel. On today's video I am going to show you how to properly diagnose and replace a cooling fan on a Nissan Versa 2010. So a little bit of background about this video, about this car. It's gonna be that it's been eventually every now and then it starts overheating. It doesn't overheat right away, but after you drive it for about um, half an hour and you're sitting on the traffic, it will start overheating. Okay, and check the head gasket. Head gasket is fine. um, I checked the radiator, the coolant. The coolant seems fine, but for some reason I noticed that as it heats up, when it's heating up, the water is boiling and is coming out of the radiator cap. Okay, so something wasn't working right. So I went ahead and I checked I already diagnosed it before, but I want to show you on this video how you can do it. So the way you do this, you have to you do it with the voltmeter, multimeter. Okay, let me show you first, guys. There's a check engine light. We're gonna run the scanner. That you always want to do first. You always want to run your scanner. Mine is right there. I already got the OBD reader plugged in, so that's the Bluetooth part of the scanner. And we're gonna check the codes that we have on the car, because I noticed a check engine light. Okay, let me grab the key. I have it in my pocket. And if you guys haven't already, please smash that subscribe button. That will help me grow my channel, and it will if you guys like this video, it will help me push this to more people so they can diagnose their car and fix their overheating issue. So that would be a huge thing for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the car on. If you guys need a good scanner, this is great. It wasn't that expensive, and it does everything I need. It bleeds the brake. You can run all the sensors separately. It's pretty good. So we're gonna choose Nissan. Okay, I'm gonna leave the link on the description so you guys can get this at a discount price through my Amazon affiliate link. I recommend this. I used the FOXWELL before. The FOXWELL is a good entry, and it's cheaper. It's like $80. I'm gonna leave it on the link. And then you have the FOXWELL that charges batteries, which is pretty good. It doesn't charge. I mean that FOXWELL. You also have the FOXWELL that it will test your battery. They will test the amperage, the load. So it has more options. I'm gonna leave that that link for that FOXWELL scanner on the description as well, and this one as well. So let's see. Diagnosis. Auto scan. As you guys can see, we have one fault on the engine. These cars, the issue with these cars that I don't like about these Nissan Versas or Nissan Sentras, they don't show you there's no gauge for the temperature, so you wouldn't know that it's overheating until it's already hot. Okay, you wouldn't see that the gauge slowly going up. It would just turn the light on, and that's when the car is overheated. So it's not a nice design that they did it this way, but it is what it is. Okay, so this is it's a past fault code. I'm gonna delete it for him. It's past, I don't know. Okay. There's no delete option, so oh yeah, erase codes. Engine on. Now it's on. Engine is off, but the car is on. Okay, now I wanna check the live data, guys. There's no code for the fan, but I'm gonna show you guys how it should look like. Main signals, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so we only have a on and off option for the cooling fan, which it's pretty annoying, because a lot of these cars, they show you how much voltage there is going on the cooling fan, and you can even get the resistance, but we don't have these options with this car. It's not the scanner, it's the car. Let's see. Either way, let's go ahead and turn the car on and check the scanner. Check with the meter the resistance on the motor for the cooling fan. Alright guys, so we have the connector right here. Okay, we have to unplug this. Okay, let's see if you guys can see. You just push right there. There's a little pin and you unplug it. Okay, it's not that hard. Now I do want to remove all this out of the way so I can remove the fan. Okay, it's not that hard. Most of the things are already loose in my case. If not, you just take everything out. Okay, it's very simple, guys. You guys shouldn't have any issues with it. Okay, so this, you can just push it out of the way. Yeah, this reservoir here, which you can just pull up, I believe, and it should come out. Alright, let's put this right here. and I'm gonna use both of my hands for this. Okay, we have this little tab here. I don't know if you guys can see right there. So you just move that and it comes right off. Alright. And then we have a few number 10. So this is a number 10 socket. So we're gonna grab our socket number 10. Or your branch. I'm gonna use this one because I think my socket is somewhere else. Can't find it. You can also use a screwdriver. Okay. So you're gonna do one on each side, so the other one is right here. Okay guys, right there. There's actually another that you have to disconnect, so there's two. So you just, this one, you just push it, there we go, and you disconnect it. Super simple. Okay, now I'm gonna remove this one because it's gonna be easier to just unplug this hose, and since there's coolant here, you wanna elevate this and put it up. Okay, so you're gonna need a you can use this one. Okay, just like that. Looks like it was empty, so this thing, when it overheats, it will spit out coolant, so it will most likely be empty. Okay, so let's try to make some room here. Okay, bunch of plastic, so we just get everything out of the way, and we'll get our cooling fan out. Alright guys, so there it is, our cooling fan. Okay. Alright my friends, so we have the multimeter here. We're gonna put it on the ohm option right there. Okay, and we want to measure both. We want to measure this one, because that will tell us the integrity of the fan, and this one will tell us the integrity of the thermostat. So let's first measure this one. We have two leads. You guys are gonna make sure you touch them both. One on each one. So okay, look guys, we have 1 ohm. Okay, now let's measure this one. We have 1 ohm. Okay, so this is most likely good. Okay, now guys, let's do the measurement on the motor of the fan itself. Okay, so we should have a resistance on the fan motor. Let's see, we're gonna put our lead right there and right there. So let's see, .7. Okay, we have 2.7 ohms on the new fan. Now we're gonna measure the old one. And see. Okay, we put our leads right there. .2. Okay, so we had 2.7. Okay, on the new one, and 1.2 on the old one. Okay, so there's a big difference, 1 ohm. Now let's measure again the new one. It's actually 3.3. It's actually more. Let's see. Oh, let's measure again. Make sure it's okay. 2.8, 2.7, 2.8. All right, guys. So that's what a new one should read. Okay, we have a difference of 1 ohm. Okay, guys.